Yvonne and I want to welcome you back to my channel, Amara, but I want to give a special thank you to my family members, aka my aunts, and I believe one uncle who followed my channel because my mom made you, and to my mother's friends who have also followed because she also made you. I really appreciate it. I need all the followers I can get, and any feedback you guys have is always welcome. Today's topic I want to talk about is how to photograph your wedding veil. I know that we have the standard photos, you know, the wind blowing your veil that way or so, but there are some other things that we could do outside the box or outside the veil. Let's start with the wind. Everybody loves a gone with the wind, windswept moment on their wedding day. But what if instead of angling the camera that way, we angle it up the veil? Stay with me. I'm going to show you some photos here that are going to be a reference point for you. So I had a photo shoot with a girl and the photographer kind of got under, so it almost looks like the wind is blowing up at her face, and you can really see the design of the veil, that it almost seemed like it encompassed and gave her a halo. I love that photo. It's one of my favorite photos. It's also one of the toughest photos to market because the feedback I always get is, I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at. It's a pretty girl, but is that a veil? So as much as I love it, it's not advertising material per se, but it is a beautiful shot. Your wedding pictures aren't marketing material either, but it is beautiful. So maybe for your wedding day, you could try it. Another wind moment that I absolutely love is Genevieve Cortez's wedding to Jared Padalecki. I knew about this wedding because I watched the show Wildfire. She plays Chris. Absolutely obsessed with that show. And Jared Padalecki wasn't as obsessed with him. He was in Supernatural, and if you're my mom, he was Dean in Gilmore Girls. When they got married, I saw it again. I love Wildfire. And I see this photo of Genevieve, who is an incredibly beautiful woman, and she's either clapping or she's praying, and the way the veil is swept up in the wind, and in the moment, whenever I think of a veil shot, it's right up there. It is one of the first photos I ever think about. I want everybody to have those memorable photos in their portfolio. So just really think of how the wind can work for you. I know what we always see, but talk to your photographer about changing those angles a little bit, changing the moments. There is another moment where, I'm not sure it's her dress or so, but Genevieve is almost like she's lifting it or catching it, or something is going on with tulle, and I remember those pictures so much. So think of how your veil looks as it's being swept away. Practice with your friends, practice with your family, and see what you come up with. The angles just might surprise you. We all have seen the pictures of the veil where someone is putting it on you or helping you with it. I want those moments exaggerated. And here's what I mean by that. Imagine that you and your bridesmaids are getting ready. You shouldn't really have to imagine that one, but we all know those photos of where the bride is in the middle and the bridesmaids are around her. When they're getting their makeup done, they're always like in the pajamas or robes. We all know what I'm talking about. What if there's a shot of you jumping on the bed, if you have a bed there, or kind of just like running around getting ready with the girls or whoever is in your wedding party, and then like the veil is there in motion, like a playful moment where you're so giddy and you're so excited. I know that the wedding day can feel very stressful and very daunting, and in a blink of an eye it's all gone, but you want to create those fun little memories. I just think they're worth it to carve out because you don't get those moments back, and those pictures sometimes, they're all we have left. So talk to your photographer, talk to your wedding planner. I think it would be a great thing just to really schedule out time with your wedding veil. You don't have to have your whole dress on, your makeup doesn't have to be all done, but it can just be like a cute, playful moment with the people in your wedding party, so the entire day is not just all here, 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 who's next, what's going on. It can just be fun and it can be cute, and who knows, it'll be hung up there. You guys can give each other that picture every friend friendiversary. Speaking of special people, if your veil is a family heirloom or it came from somebody you care about, a really beautiful moment is where they're helping you put on that veil. You know, we have those photos, sure, but let's make it intentional with the person it came from. That way, the picture becomes a story. If that person is not available for you to have that moment with, perhaps somebody who is as close to them as possible, if that is like a positive experience for you. I look at these photos and there's always like the caption is a little bit different, the eyes are a little bit different, it's almost more exaggerated, I want to say, but it's a heartwarming exaggeration, and I don't see those photos a lot. I see where the mom helps the daughter like zip up her dress, but if that veil came from your grandmother and she's able to be there with you, like have her be the one to put it on you. And those moments that they're helping you put in pins and things like that, I love those shots. I think I got this idea because, was it Karen Mulder? No, it's Claudia Schiffer. I believe she's modeling a wedding dress and they're putting the veil and getting her all ready. And I just thought like, how cute would that be if that was a person who she got the veil from, if it was her wedding and it was an heirloom and that person was that. And yeah, and I would like to share that with you, and I hope you can carry that on into your own special days. I think, so the wedding veil is a statement piece. You pay so much money to look incredible on your special day. You have to squeeze as much glamour as you possibly can. One of my favorite wedding veil photos is Julia Roberts in The Runaway Bride before she goes down the aisle on one of those weddings. She's got the bubble gum and she's got the fan blowing and she's just, and I thought, oh, it's cute. You know, on your wedding day, I'm sure you will not be running away. But a quirky little moment like that before you go out and your friend's kind of just fanning you and your veil is kind of just flying, consider that. Consider doing that funny little thing right before you go out there. It might help you de-stress. It might kind of just help you get the nerves out because you're about to walk out in front of so many people. Like, that may be cute. And yeah, I wanna see what people come up with for that. I cannot forget to add this. So I watched Bride Wars for my TikTok content, rest in peace. And thank God I watched the credits because usually I tap out. But I've learned to watch credits, and good thing I did, because as the credits roll, it's the pictures to the wedding, and there is a beautiful shot of Kate Hudson and Anne Hathaway's characters under the veil, and I've never seen that and I've never thought about it, and it is so cute. Perhaps you and your maid of honor, or maybe you and the flower girls, like under your veil in that really cute moment as the party is going on behind you. I know that people tend to take their veil off for the reception, but you can actually have your veil sewn onto your dress so it stays put. And if you're the kind of person who wants to wear it throughout, or maybe you'll kind of whip it out for some photos, consider that. Like, think about that, like having your friends and family like under your veil, playing around with it, maybe on the dance floor, just have people like tossing your veil. Yeah, cute little moments like that. It's not what you see every day, but again, not everybody wants to be alike, and some people really just want to get as much as they can out of the entire day. Speaking of wrapping yourself up in veils, some of the most beautiful wedding photos I've ever seen are from The Sound of Music. I'm obsessed with Maria's look. The way I describe it is haunting. If you've seen me on TikTok, you know that I have done an entire deep dive into the fashion of The Sound of Music, especially that wedding dress. But if you want it on the YouTube channel, leave me a comment and I can repeat myself here too. But the photos of Maria sitting down, the way the veil just seems to be so delicate around her, it's very haunting to me in a very beautiful way. The colors of the room, it seems so dark. I love the photo of the nun. It seems like she's adjusting the veil, and the way it just like delicately falls around her. I don't see that a lot. Like, if you want to create that, again, really talk to your photographer, practice with your wedding veil, practice with your wedding look. you don't wear this outfit every single day. So you are going to need to go in front of a mirror, get some feedback on what your angles are. That's completely fine. But I always just like on my wedding day, I want to have the same effect that Maria did, of where it just seems like everything fell in place for her, especially that veil. The dress is very fitted, very beautiful, and then you just have this really simple tulle. All of this tulle, it just looks heavenly on her. That is an incredible effect, and I wish that I saw more wedding photos where the bride just looks at peace. Like she just looks like everything came together and the tulle just fell right on her. Like everything just fell into place in a very haunting, angelic, beautiful way. I keep saying haunting, but believe me when I tell you, I mean that in a very positive way. So those are just some photo ideas that I've given out. I hope you've never heard them before. I hope the examples I'm giving are new. I love more of an editorial approach to photos. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion and their own aesthetic. I just really want to look back on my photos and just kind of like be amazed at the beauty. I love doing style shoots. I love when someone tells me, I've never thought of that before. I've never seen that before. It just means I'm doing something right. So if you've got any feedback, please leave me positive comments below with constructive criticism. And I will be happy to think about that in the next video. Thank you to all my mom's friends and family for following me. Bye.